Hello friends, in this video we shall discuss with respect to electronic science paper of Maharashtra set which was conducted on 15th June 2025. The paper 2 consisted of 100 questions which was for 200 marks. Already we have made the part 1 video which is going to cover from question number 1 to question number 25. If you have not watched that video, links are given in the description or else you can click on the I button. So friends, in this part 2 video, we are going to cover from question number 26 to question number 50. Let us move on to 26th question. In this, what they have specified is what is the purpose of a Raut-Hurwitz criteria. We know that the Raut-Hurwitz criteria is for the measurement or for the determination of the absolute stability. If I am speaking with respect to RH criteria, it is for absolute stability. It is going to speak with respect to absolute stability. Nothing but the system is a stable system or marginal stable system or unstable system. If I am going with the root locus, it is going to speak with respect to relative stability. The best system to determine the relative stability is root locus. So it is going to tell whether the system is less relatively stable or more relatively stable. Second option what they have given is to analyze power distribution in electrical grids is a wrong one. The third option what they have given is to optimize the bandwidth of a communication system. Even C option is also wrong. D option what they have given is to design the filters with optimal frequency response. Even this option is also wrong. So for this 26th question, the corresponding option that's going to follow is option A is correct. Nothing but to determine the stability of a control system. 27th question what they have given is the type of register in which we have to access only the leftmost and rightmost feedback or the leftmost and rightmost term. You can able to determine or you can able to fetch the data if you are performing a left shift operation or right shift operation by 1 bit. So when you are performing left shift operation, MSB will be thrown out. When you are performing right shift operation, LSB will be thrown out. So for this, the corresponding option that's going to follow is option C is correct. Option C is correct. But in the key answer what they are given is serial in, serial out they are given, which is wrong. 28th question, a repeated one. What is the purpose of inverting and non-inverting input terminals on an operational amplifier? We know that it is used to provide input signals for differential amplification. Already this question I have discussed in the part 1 video. This question they have repeated in the exam also. So for this, option D is correct. 29th question, in the case of filter design, what is the significance of a transition bandwidth? Transition bandwidth is from pass band to stop band. So first option what they are given, it represents the range of frequencies with equal ripple in the stop band is wrong. It indicates the sharpness of the frequency transition between pass band to stop band. Option B is correct. Option C what they are given, it is the range of frequencies over which the filter is going to exhibit a maximally flat response is a wrong one. In the fourth option what they are given, it defines the frequency range in which the filter has minimal group delay. Even this option is also wrong one. So for this, the corresponding option that's going to follow is option B is correct. 30th question what they are given is what type of gates are NAND and NOR gates? NAND and NOR gates are referred as standard logic gates. It is also referred as universal gates. It is also referred as universal gates. See, NAND and NOR gates are the universal gates, and NAND and NOR gates are not the only universal gates. So if I am speaking with respect to universal gates, you will be having a NAND gate, a NOR gate. You will be having a what? Encoders, decoders. You will be having encoders, decoders. You will be having a multiplexers. And even I also proved that demultiplexer is also an universal gate, and you will be having AS gate, which is also an universal gate. So for 30th question, the corresponding option that is going to follow is option C is correct. Or one more is the combination of AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate. So given any expression, you can able to realize with the help of universal gates. Nothing but a standard logic gates. 31st question what they have given is, what is the primary block of a CPLD? It is a macro cell. Similarly, they can ask what is the primary block of FPGA. If we perform push operation onto the stack, then the stack pointer will be, it increases with every push operation. Nothing but increment and store, or store then increment. Either of the scenario you will be having. When you are performing pop operation, nothing but you are retrieving the data. When you are performing push operation, you are storing the data. The function of execution unit. See, you will be having, in the case of 8086 processor, you will be having bus interface unit and execution unit. The purpose of bus interface unit is used to calculate address. Execution unit is for computing. It is for computing. And we know that fetching the data plus decoding the data plus execution, all three will be performed in a single cycle. Now, say suppose the first instruction is being fetched. The previous instruction is decoded. Previous to previous one will be executed. Previous to previous will be executed. So for this 33rd question, it is for processing. It is for processing, right? So you will be having a pipelining where 6 instructions can be stored. In case of 8086, 8086 microprocessor will support pipelining, right? So bus interface unit and execution unit, all these things I have explained by considering microprocessor 8086. 34th question what they have given is, the wavelength for a frequency lambda equals to c divided by f, c equals to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. And the frequency what they have given, it is 25 mega. 25 mega. See, I'm not converting into centimeter, because a lambda they want in terms of meters only. So I'll strictly fix on into meters only. I can rewrite it as 300 into 10 power 6 whole divided by 25 into 10 power 6, which is 12 meters. 10 power 6 and 10 power 6 is going to get cancelled. 25 ones, 25 fours will be 100. We want 300. So 4 3 is 12. So for this 34th question, option C is going to follow. 35th question what they have given is, which of the following is a disadvantages of frequency modulation over amplitude modulation? Less modulating power is required. Better noise immunity. Higher bandwidth is required. This is the disadvantage of FM over AM. What is the bandwidth in the case of AM? What is the bandwidth? It is comparatively, it is 2W or 2 times of FM. In the case of FM, it will be going up to infinity. It will be going up to infinity. Or maximum sidebands you are going to take and then you are going to solve. So for this 35th question, option C is going to follow. 36th question what they have given is, if the noise figures of the first stage of a 2-stage cascade network is 8 dB, nothing but a noise figure 1 they have given it as 8 dB, and the noise figure of the second stage they have given it as 7 dB, and then the gain of the first block is a 10 they have given. What is the overall noise figure? Overall noise figure is given by NF1 plus NF2 minus 1 divided by G1 which is equals to NF1 is 8 plus NF2 is 7 minus 1 is 6 divided by 10. 6 by 10 is 0.6. 8 plus 0.6, it will be 8.6. Unit will be dB, decibel. So for this, the corresponding option that is going to follow is option A is correct. 37th question, Bluetooth is an example of personal area network. See, in the case of local area network, it will be within the building. In the case of wide area network throughout the globe, metropolitan area network, it will be within the city. And in the case of virtual private network, you will be having multiple switches through which switch the path you will be having, you will not be knowing, or you can't able to get judge it. You will be having multiple paths. Virtually it will be taking according to the desired path, or based on the congestion the path is going to vary. So that is in the case of virtual private network. So the Bluetooth is an example for personal area network. The range is very much restricted, say suppose close to 10 meters. For this, the corresponding option that is going to follow is option D is correct. 38th question, see what they are given. The closed loop system, how you are going to distinguish from open loop system? Servo mechanism, no. Output pattern, no. Input pattern, no. It is based on the feedback. This feedback term you are going to study in a control system, in the digital electronics, in analog electronics, in signals and systems. Almost all the subjects you are going to study this feedback system, right? So it is very much essential in order to understand the nature or the significance of this feedback terminology, right? So how you are going to distinguish the feedback, or how you are going to distinguish the closed loop system with the help of open loop system, means with the help of feedback. In the case of closed loop you will be having feedback. In the case of open loop you will not be having any feedback. Option B is going to follow. 39th question, a system with gain margin close to unity and the phase margin close to 0, it is referred to what? It is referred to relative stable system. It is referred to relatively stable system. I am going to give a comparison of it. You please go through it. 40th question, the transient response of a system is mainly due to, see, the output or the response is given by the combination of two things. What and all you will be having is output due to transients, output due to transients or initial conditions, plus output due to steady state, output due to steady state, important, output due to steady state. In the case of transients, it is nothing but what? It is nothing but what? Initial conditions or stored energy. Stored energy. The corresponding option that is going to follow is option C is correct. 41st question what they are given is one of the following transducers is very popular for the measurement of rotational displacement. It is the shaft. Linear displacements, you are going for LVDT, linear variable differential transducer. The sensitivity is of the order of 40 volt per millimeter. 40 volt per millimeter. Strain gauge is nothing but what is the change in the parameter divided by actual parameter. Say suppose length is varied, how much it is varied to the actual one. Say suppose width is varying, delta W is the variation divided by W. Like this you are going to define for a strain gauge. Stress, it is nothing but force acting per unit area. All these things I have covered in the session. Please go through it. So for 41st question, option A is going to follow. 42nd question what they are given is what is the name of the device that converts sound waves to electrical wave? It is a microphone. In orchestra and all you will be seeing, right? You're going to make use of mic and then you're going to speak. Say suppose you want to convey to a large audience. At that time you're going to make use of microphone and you speak like speakers you're going to place, and then the message will be conveyed. In the microphone you will be having a diaphragm, which is going to convert the sound waves to electrical signal. Option D is going to follow. 43rd question, for a measuring system the dynamic sensitivity is required to be plus or minus 2% or plus 2% of static sensitivity. Option A is going to follow. 44th question what they are given is for the measurement indicated value is 225 volts while the true value is 226 volts. What is the static error they are asking? The static error is defined as the measured value minus true value. The measured value is 225 volts and the true value is 226 volts. You are going to get an error of how much? Minus 1 volt. You're going to get an error of minus 1 volt. Important. Option B is going to follow. In the case of transducers, how you are going to define the error means it is a measured value minus true value. In rest of the subjects, you are going to define error as a true value minus error. This one, true value minus measured value. Important, very, very important. 45th question, what they are given is which part of CRO is called as its art. So it is a CRT, cathode ray tube. CRO stands for cathode ray oscilloscope. So the art of CRO will be CRT. Here you are going to make use of tungsten element in order to emit a beam of electrons. In order to emit the beam of electrons, important. You are going to heat it such that the electrons will be emitted out of it. The process of obtaining the spectrum of a given signal using the basic mathematical tool is known as spectrum analysis or spectrum analyzer. Option C is going to follow. 47th question, what they are given is the JS command is used for, or the JS is called as a, see, JS is referred as a jump if a signed bit equals to 1. Jump if signed bit equals to 1. Nothing but number is a negative. So jump the signed bit they have given, it is jump if signed bit equals to 1. So it is a conditional jump. So JS is referring to conditional jump. Option A is going to follow. Which microprocessor accepts the program written for 8086 without any changes? 8085 it can't make use, 8051 it can't make use, 8088 is the one where you can write 8086 code also. Option D is going to follow. 49th question, see what they are given. TCON. TCON refers to timer or counter control register. SBUF, nothing but serial buff. It is for storage, serial data buffer for transmission and reception. So you are going to make use of RS-232, right? It is going to work on serial communication. And the TMOD. TMOD is for timer or counter modes of operation. Not in a position to map all the things, you go for PSW, program status word. So this is for, or it is going to contain the status information, nothing but all the flag information it will be having in this one only. PCON, it is a idle bit, power down bit. So if you are writing or if you are opting for 4, it should be 1. For 4, it should be 1. Then you will be getting option A. Then you will be getting option A. Last question. Which of the following buses is or present in a microcontroller for transferring the data from one place to another place? If you want to choose the address, then address bus is required. If you want to transfer the data in or out, at that time data bus will be required. So you want to control the bus, right? So at that time you are in need of the control bus. So for the transferring the data from one place to another place, nothing but from one block to another block, you're going to make use of address bus, data bus and control bus. If I am talking about, or if I am taking 8051 microcontroller, this address bus will be of 16-bit wide. The data bus and control bus is of 8-bit wide. It is of 8-bit wide. Important. See, out of the 16-bit, lower 8-bit, you can able to send both address as well as data. You're going to make use of address/enable and then you're going to use. So friends, in this part 2 video, we have covered from question number 26 to question number 50. In the next part of the video, we are going to cover from question number 51 to question number 75. If you have followed with the solution video, please give it a big thumbs up. Also share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to my channel Craving Gyan. All the best for exams. Thank you. And for test series, make use of cravinggyan.com.